Welcome to Way to Commerce. Subscribe to Way to Commerce. Today we discuss about audit report and contents of audit report. First of all, we discuss about audit report. Audit report is the final stage of audit process. It is the final stage of audit process. The results of the audit are communicated through audit report. So the results of the audit process communicated through audit report. Audit report is the written opinion. So it is a written opinion of an auditor regarding company's financial statements. It is a written opinion regarding company's financial statements. Audit report is a document prepared by an auditor to certify the financial position and accounting records of a firm. So in audit report, first of all, certify the financial position. Certify the financial position of the company and accounting records of a firm. Accounting records of a firm. Okay, the clauses are recorded on the form. That's why focus on the concept. Next, we discuss about meaning of audit report. Audit report is the statement included in the financial statements. It contains the opinion of the auditor in financial statements. The auditor reports to the shareholders. So the auditor reports to whom? Reports to the shareholders who have appointed him. Next, he has to provide his opinion. He has to provide his opinion on the truth and fairness of financial statements. So he gave opinion on the truth and fairness of the financial statements. Already discussed about financial statements. Next, thus the auditor protects the interest of shareholders through audit report. Auditor protects the interest of shareholders through audit report. That means each and every detail contained in audit report. Next, definition of audit report. So many definitions given by persons. First of all, Lancaster has defined a report as a report is a statement of collected and considered facts, so drawn up as to give clear and concise information to persons who are not already in possession of the full facts of subject matter of the report. Now directly go to section 143 subsection 3. Auditor of a company must report to its members the accounts examined by him, balance sheet, profit and loss account, and cash flow statement, which are laid in general meeting of a company during his tenure of office, and the document declared to be attached to the balance sheet and profit and loss account. So also defined as the document declared to be attached to the balance sheet of the balance sheet and profit and loss account. So this is the audit report. Now we discuss about contents of audit report. The audit report contains title of the report, name of the addressee, introductory paragraph, scope, opinion, signature, place of signature, date of the report. So these are the contents of audit report. Now we discuss in detail contents of audit report. The first one is title of the audit report. The audit report should have title. The title of the audit report should help the reader to identify the report. to identify the report. It should disclose the name of the client. So it should disclose the name of the client. The title distinguishes the audit report from other reports. So it should differentiate the audit report from other reports. Next one, name of the addressee. The addressee normally refers to the person who appoints the auditor. In case of companies, shareholders. In case of partnership firm, partners. In case of sole trader, the owner of the sole trading. If a company appoints the auditor, the addressee should be shareholders. As per law, the complete address of the addressee is required. Addressee for the statutory audit shall be shareholders, and in case of special audit, the central government is the addressee. In case of special audit, central government is the addressee. In case of statutory audit, shareholders are the addressee. Next, third content, introductory paragraph. Introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph should specify that it is the auditor's opinion on the financial statements audited by him. So it should specify the auditor's opinion on financial statement. The report is the opinion of the auditor. The period covered by financial statements, also the period covered by financial statements, should be stated with the exact dates. Next, fourth one, scope. This part should include the matter of fact relating to the manner in which audit examination was made. The audit examination should cover company's accounts, profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements. So, audit examination on company's accounts, profit and loss account, balance sheet, and cash flow statements. The examination should be as per the relevant law. The auditor should not curtail or limit any examination task. So that means you have to follow the complete procedure of auditing with following the auditing standards on auditing. Next, fifth content, opinion. The auditor's opinion on the books of account and final statements examined by him is based on the information and free from bias. It should be free from bias. The auditor has to give his opinion as follows. Whether the financial statements are arithmetically correct and correspond to the figures recorded in the books of accounts. So, financial statements are arithmetically correct and corresponded to the figures recorded in the books of accounts. Next, in case of unqualified opinion, whether the final statements represent a true and fair view of the state of affairs and the results of operations. Already discussed about unqualified opinion. In case of unqualified opinion, the auditor should represent true and fair view of the state of affairs and the results of operations. Next, in case of qualified opinion, the balance sheet and profit and loss account do not present a true and fair view. This is the qualified opinion. The balance sheet and profit and loss account do not present a true and fair view. The reasons for what and where is wrong has to specify in audit report. Okay. Next, signature. Do you understand qualified report and unqualified report? We have separate class on that. Next, signature. The signature part should include the manual signature of the auditor, the personal name and signature of the auditor should be given. So the personal name and signature of the auditor should be given. If the auditor is a firm, signature in the personal name and firm name should be given. Personal name and firm name should be given in case of auditor is a firm. Next, place of signature. Seventh content, place of signature. This should include the location of the auditor or the auditor firm, which is ordinarily their city. Okay, this is the place of signature, means location of the auditor or the audit firm. It is the ordinarily their city. Next, date of the report. Date of the report. The date of completion of the audit work should be mentioned in this section. Date of completion of the audit report. Okay.